competition has given an opportunity to young runners of the ages of 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 20 years old have been given an opportunity to take part in this particular competition. So as we see right now, we have, of course, this competition that I was zoomed off. This is a professional elite women race before the men's elite race that is expected to start off at exactly 1 p.m. Kenyan time. Now, just to give you an information, of course, how many athletes have been here, 10,000 athletes, men and women, boys and girls, teenagers of all ages have been at this particular competition. And remember, it is a competition that has been attended by over 15 international countries, which of course puts it at a very unique status, the gold level status, which is recognized by the IAAF, the International Athletics Association Federation that governs athletics in the world. So this event is recognized internationally by the World Athletics Governing Body. So now we are getting into the final end of this particular competition here at the Chepsaita Secondary School. Just to give you the picture of who is around, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Kithure Kindiki, is amongst his leading a huge contingent of government officials who are here. CSs, PSs, CEOs, heads of governments, of course, from international community are also represented here. Just a few, to mention just a few. We have the CS Foreign Affairs, that is Dr. Alfred Mutua, if I got it right. We also have CS Kipchumba Murkomen for sports. We also have CS, several other CS who are here, and PSs. Just to name a few PS of Foreign Affairs, Kori Sikinyongerei, forgive me for not pronouncing very well, and several other higher education PS. We also have several others who are here, together with sponsors who have come from different countries, companies, both private and public, are part of this annual competition. In the morning, of course, we had the patrons competition. We had the teenagers competition, both men and women. We had also now the under 20. We also had the event for 45 years and above, 56 years and above, 70 years and above. And in fact, just to give you information of how old the oldest runner, athlete who has been in this competition, has been 90 years old. So this competition, for your information, has been participated by the entire community, and athletes have been drawn from across the country. And here, the theme for the 2024 event is Running for Education, or Run for Education. And just to give you why it is, that's the reason about running for education, is that this 2024 season, 10 million Kenya shillings has been handed to 10 secondary institutions to cater for their scholarships. This basically means that about 100 students in each of the 10 secondary schools will get over 10,000 Kenya shillings. That's almost 1 year school fees for one student. So they will definitely benefit in this competition that is held every year for a very specific cause. In addition to that, just to give you what is currently already happening from the previous 2023 competition, the 2023 Chepsaita cross-country event bore fruit, and of course currently Chepsaita Secondary School is benefiting from over 70 million Kenya shillings worth of sponsorship from M-Pesa Foundation. Now, Chepsaita Secondary School is currently undergoing a serious facelift. They will be having, by the start of next year, this institution will be having a brand new state-of-the-art administration block. They'll also have a dormitory for girls with a bed capacity of 100 girls. They'll also have other laboratories for the purposes of education of this institution. So definitely already this area in Chepsaita is benefiting from, is reaping big from the Great Chepsaita Cross Country. Now, earlier this week, on the 2nd of December, there was a medical camp that was held at Chepkemel Dispensary, just next to Chepsaita Secondary School, where both the community here, athletes, and anyone who lives around here got an opportunity for a medical checkup, professional advice, and also got treatment from professional doctors, nurses, and healthcare promoters. So definitely this event has been leaving positive impact to the community right here. Also, besides this medical camp, there was conservation efforts by the organizers and also the community in supportive of this particular event. So there was tree planting exercises that are done in this institution, out of this institution, and around Chepsaita to ensure that we ensure climate change does not affect, is a step that, of course, sports is taking to put check into climate change. Also, this particular event, for your information, has given opportunity to local hustlers, wale wajamaa ambao wanafanya biashara za hapa na pale, kama mfano kuuza nyugu, wale wanauza vitu fulani, kama wana vitu ambavyo watu wangependa kununua. Hapa kuna sehemu ambazo wauzaji ama ukipenda hustlers bazaar is where an opportunity where local businessmen have been given an opportunity to showcase their goods and services. And remember, there is an entire government delegation represented right here, visitors from 15 countries, from the international community, and they're right here. So definitely those who have put their wares where I got an opportunity actually to visit have definitely been able to interact with some of their clients and actually promoted the local community here in Chepsaita. Talking about promotion of the local community, Chepsaita has benefited from this race also in the infrastructure development sector. For example, the roads back several years back, the roads here in Chepsaita were not as good as they are right now. Now, this particular cross-country event has now most definitely given an opportunity now to ease movement, both for even us who are coming here and for the local people who live here, to ease their work in agriculture, to ease their work in business, to make ease of movement for trade, to make ease of movement of students. So definitely infrastructure development has been very huge here. Water, I can actually say I've been able to see the development of water, or water has actually been put, or piped water. Communities and homestays are able to benefit, of course, from piped water that is courtesy of this particular cross-country. Besides piped water, I mean, there are lines of electricity. Homes have been connected to the power grid nationally, thanks to this particular competition. So there's a lot that this particular community has definitely benefited. And this benefit also now has put local tourism onto them up. Remember, we have 15 countries represented here. Besides that, we have thousands of fans, supporters, staff, athletes who have come from across the country. Now that is promotion of local tourism here in Chepsaita. And you can imagine the boost in the local community. I've actually looked at I'm looking at some fans who are perched on top of a hill, somewhere way behind where this particular venue is right now. And that just shows the immense the interest that the local community and other international individuals, partners, and personnel are really interested in this particular event. So definitely it has actually captured the attention of a lot, many people in different sectors. And that's exactly the message that earlier on I was able to speak, for example, to the organizing committee chairman, Barnaba Korir. I've been able to speak also to the CS of Sports, Kipchumba Murkomen. I've also spoken to the patron of this event, Farouk Kibet. I've also had an opportunity to speak to all the other leaders who are here. And they're speaking one message, that now sports is just no longer about people or athletes or individuals running and winning. It has become as an avenue whereby everyone in the community becomes part and parcel of that particular event. That's the reason why every year the great Chepsaita cross country will have different themes. This year was run for education. Also, last edition was also tied to the same kind of theme. And of course, next year, I can imagine after this event, they will be scratching their heads to see what next are they doing for this particular beautiful place here. And just to give you, of course, earlier on in the morning, we were able to give you a very clear view of Mount Elgon. Myself, my camera person, Shadrach Rotich Kimpulangat, was able to give you earlier on, but right now we cannot be able to see it very clearly. But Mount Elgon is, I can actually see it right from where I'm standing here together with my camera person. And imagine these thousands of people, the kind of view they are having to see here. Remember where we are situated. We are about 2,100 feet above main sea level. So it's the best place, a best platform for nurturing athletics talent. We'll be having the Beatrice Chebets from this particular event. We'll be having the Faith Kipyegons from this event. We'll be having the Eliud Kipchoges from this event. We'll be having the Kipchoge Keino from this event. I'm naming some of the athletes who are currently attending this particular 2024, the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run. So everybody is a winner at this particular event. This particular Chepsaita community has come to roar back to life because of athletics. You can imagine the power of athletics. I saw, of course, one of Member of Parliament who is basically a neighbor here, the Malava constituency Member of Parliament, that is Moses Malulu Injendi. Right here at this particular event, just showing the solidarity. There was the governor of Bungoma, Honorable Lusaka, at this event. There was the governor of Elgeyo Marakwet, Wesley Rotich, right here at this particular event. The governor of Nandi, the governor of all the neighboring counties here have been at this particular event, and they're still at this event showing their solidarity and the importance of this event. And this event can be replicated anywhere across the country, not only here in Uasin Gishu. You can imagine the impact it can have if it's replicated across the country. So we really we've been here since morning, early morning, 5 a.m. as TV47. Remember, just to tell you some of our crew, we are here, a full crew, an entire outside broadcasting crew is here in Chepsaita. Just to name a few, I have my very good friend, Jonte Nganga. We have also our very own producer, that is Joseph Kabudi. We have a digital team led by Ben Majale. We have our marketing and public relations team led by Felix Owiti. We have our transport managers, of course, led by Dennis Murimi. We have an entire outside broadcasting crew right here just to give you every inch, every action of the great Chepsaita Cross Country Run here at Chepsaita Secondary School. So the rest that you're actually seeing on your screens as you speak right now is the Elite Women's event. This is a top de la creme or creme de la creme of the women who are racing for themselves to win some lovely cash prizes. Remember, 6 million Kenya shillings cash prize or cash prize kitty is up for grabs for all the athletes who've been participating here in the over 10 categories in this particular event. And remember also with the host of other dignitaries who are here, I'm sure this particular prize money will be topped up by this very impressed audience led by our very own leaders, specifically the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Kithure Kindiki, who is here. So for sure, we'll continue giving this. Remember, after this particular event, we have the men's elite race that is expected to start or kick off at exactly 1 p.m. Kenyan time. That is the last event of the day. And just to take you through some of the events that we have already seen on this day, there was, of course, the opening run called the Patrons Run, which was 500 meters. We also had the teens, girls aged 14 to 15, that started at 7:30. That was 4 kilometers. We had the teen boys aged 14 to 15, 4 kilometers. We have had the junior girls, 11 to 13 years, 2 kilometers. We had the junior boys, 11 to 13, 2 kilometers. We also had the kids, girls aged 8 to 10, 1 kilometer. We also had the kids, boys aged between 8 and 10, which was 1 kilometer. We had the minor girls aged 5 years to 7 years, which was 500 meters. We had the senior women aged 46 to 55, 2 kilometers. We have also had the senior men's event, ages 46 to 55, that was 2 kilometers. We have also had the senior women's event, aged between 56 to 69, that was 1 kilometer. The senior men's, aged between 56 to 69, that was 1 kilometer. Then the senior women, aged 70 years plus, yes, you heard me right, women 70 years plus ran for 500 meters. And also we had the senior men's, aged 70 plus years, which was 500 meters. Now what you're seeing right now is, of course, we already had the under 20 men and under 20 women. Both, of course, the men was 8 kilometers and the women was 6 kilometers. And what now you're seeing is we are on the final stages of the elite women, which is 10 kilometers, which will usher in the next event at 1 p.m. That is the elite men, which will be 10 kilometers, expected to start off at 1 p.m. Remember, if you're just tuning in, you are watching, we are glad that you are watching TV 47. We are coming to you live from the beautiful 2,100 feet above main sea level on top of a beautiful hill right here in Chepsaita community, in Chepsaita Secondary School for the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run 2024. We have been treated to some wonderful talent, athletics talent, right here in Uasin Gishu County. If you don't want to miss any action and you're coming from Eldoret, if you're coming from Eldoret and making your way to Webuye or Bungoma, you will actually drive for around 1.5 hours from Eldoret on your way to Webuye. You'll definitely reach a place called Magut, and you'll definitely see Chepsaita signboard to usher you in on the left. If you're coming from Webuye, it will also take you less than 30 minutes to make your way here. At Magut, you make your right turn and you're at Chepsaita. So we are actually just joined in the middle by 4 counties. Just besides the action here, the community here and those other fans who are here have been given an opportunity also to showcase their culture and heritage. You can imagine, they've come to showcase the kind of foods they have, the kind of attire they have, the kind of language they display. All these expressions and display of culture and heritage is also part of what we are being treated to here at the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run. So this place is everybody goes home satisfied. From us here as journalists, of course, we have a host of media team who are situated here. Of course, as we are doing it, we've been doing it live. Remember also, we shall be giving you updates with the complete and concrete information about who are the winners in the different categories. We shall also share with you some of the interviews we've done with the Deputy President, with the CSS, with the PSS, and some of the sponsors. Also the fans, we shall be engaging them to ask them, how does this make them feel here? So you need to stick around on TV 47. At 4 p.m. you can be sure we shall update you with more information about what's happening here. We shall also update you in our weekly sports extravaganza show at 4 p.m. I'm sure my colleague Duncan Mutua will be on hand, of course, to navigate that particular chapter. So we shall actually be here to the tail end of this event. And I can tell you, this particular venue is bursting with humanity. Happy faces of humanity are right here. So we are actually feeling very honored indeed that we are part of this history-making event here in Uasin Gishu County. Just to give you a brief reason why we've been following this event is very important to us as a media station, is because it has actually uplifted the lives of both the young and the old. I did a story about a 75-year-old lady, a grandmother, who finished number 3 in the 2023 edition. and won herself a cow. Now, to cut the long story short, this cow gave birth to a calf, and that calf, of course, just tells you that this cow will definitely be producing milk. Now, this grandmother has been able and got a tender to supply milk to Chepsaita Secondary School from a prize that she won during the 2023 Chepsaita cross-country run. This lady is able to take her grandchildren to school. She's able to meet her personal needs. She's able to do so many things because of that one prize she won in 2023. One more information, there is a lady by the name Ivy Jebleting who comes from Nandi County in Chepsaita, who was a part of the participants in the junior category, a lady who from 2023 went on to represent Kenya in the East Africa Secondary School Games in Mbale, Uganda, and gave Kenya gold. And this is a talent that got an opportunity to begin expressing herself, and then she went on the world stage, put Kenya on the map, won herself gold, and now you can see her career has definitely zoomed off just after having been given an opportunity at the great Chepsaita cross-country run. So there's a lot of benefits for everyone here at the Chepsaita community. And Chepsaita people are very welcoming. The men and women, the boys and girls, the ladies and the men of Chepsaita community have such high level hospitality. They welcomed us so well. They took care of us all the way from 4 a.m. when we arrived here until now. They have made us so welcome that, of course, I don't even want to leave. I want to stay here. And I can imagine this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what this event can do to this community and also to the entire athletics ecosystem. So we really are appreciative of what is taking place here. And also, just to add on that, of course, I've given you the benefits that already have been achieved over here in terms of infrastructure. The boys and girls have already gotten or been able to be awarded their scholarships. Now they're being, of course, either finishing or graduating to another level of school because of an opportunity they were given by athletics, by the patron of this event, Farouk Kibet. So definitely this is just an example for everybody else who has the ability or the motivation to do it, to actually go for it. So the pictures you're seeing, we appreciate that you've tuned into TV 47. Pictures of the elite women's race, 10 kilometer. It is the penultimate stage of the over 10 events that have happened here at Chepsaita Secondary School. And definitely we shall be giving you all the action, both for this event and also for the last event, the finale, the elite men's 10-kilometer race that is coming up next. So, of course, athletes are left with a couple of rounds just to wind up here at this beautiful course or track here at Chepsaita Secondary School that is next to Chep Kemel Dispensary. So TV 47 shall continue staying with you over here just to give you all the information. Remember also, you might be looking at the different athletes who are running and participating in this event. 15 nationalities are represented here. I cannot even mention all of them, but by the mere fact that I can mention 1, 2, 3 till 15 nationalities, I can imagine the impact it has. So you can imagine Ethiopia, Tanzania, Ugandan athletes, athletes from Europe, athletes from Asia, athletes from America, both South and North have converged, and they're right here at this great venue for this particular race. So basically this is an opportunity to nurture talent, just as we heard from the patron Farouk Kibet. This is where the next stars in Kenya, both for cross-country, short and long distances, will be born, because we are giving children the opportunity to see what they can do. Children are being exposed to what the opportunities they can get, not only from running, but to education. But one thing I got from the patron Farouk Kibet during my interaction with the patron Farouk Kibet is that he just doesn't want athletes to run. He wants athletes to also be educated enough to be able to understand their sport. He's advocating for athletes to be able to understand what they're getting into. He, of course, cited a case whereby athletes find themselves being taken advantage of by agents, because agents are taking advantage of them not being educated enough to understand what they need to do. That's why some athletes have found themselves losing a lot of prize money because an agent, a rogue agent, took advantage of them. So that is one message that the patron Farouk Kibet wants to insist, that all athletes get an opportunity for an education, for them to be enlightened so they can understand. Just besides education, running, education is as well important to that. That's why there is running for education in 2024. Of course, welcome to the great Chepsaita cross country. If you're joining us, this is TV 47. Tony Kwalanda right here. What you're watching is we are almost coming to the end. We should be able to see the runner who is on top, or runner number one. We should be able to see them almost coming to the finish line. But there you are seeing sections of this wonderful track here at the Chepsaita Secondary School. And this is the elite 10-kilometer women's race. That is, of course, a curtain raiser for the 10-kilometer men's race that, of course, will start off in about 1 p.m. local time. Remember, TV 47 has been a partner of this event for the last almost more than 2 months. Just to give you in-depth stories about this particular event. So definitely, if you've missed any information or some of our features, documentaries, or our information, in-depth information about this particular race, you can always tune into our social media platforms. Also on my social media platforms, that's at Kwalanda, Tony Kwalanda, on TikTok, on Instagram, on X, on Facebook. On WhatsApp, you'll find more details about this particular event. And also on TV 47 social media platforms, as well as Radio 47 social media platforms, and also on TV 47 digital. Of course, what you're seeing on your screen as well is a form of entertainment. What I had mentioned earlier to you, the culture and heritage showcase of what the Chepsaita community are of. And remember, some of all the top leaders who came here have been awarded or given gifts by the local community, lovely gifts. What I saw was sort of a guard, the guard that they normally present mursik in, that's the local brew here. Most of the leaders here have been awarded a gift by the community here. That, again, I've told you, the culture and heritage being expressed, both, of course, to the athletes, to ourselves here, who are also new here. It's my very, very first time to be here at the Chepsaita cross-country run. And the reason why also this race is personal to me is because Chepsaita borders Mandashivanga ward. Now, Mandashivanga ward is that ward where I ran for office in 2022. I didn't manage to become the MCA, but Chepsaita borders Mandashivanga ward. And I was very, very excited to see 1 or 2 schools which will benefit from the 10 million Kenya shillings that has been raised from this event. A school in Silungai, Shiandiche, 2 schools that are very close to me in my ward, where I ran for political office, which I didn't get to manage, but was very close to me, is the reason why I'm here, and I'm taking this particular event very personal, because an event that is close to the people who I truly cherish, the people where I call home. So Mandashivanga, of course, are also watching this event very closely, led by myself, of course, the current MCA, my good friend Kivishi, are also watching this very closely. The Malava constituency MP is also here, that is Malulu Injendi Moses, Honorable, is also here, just to show his support, because they are our neighbors. Mimi nikikosa maziwa, nakimbia huku sehemu ya Chepsaita, napeleka maziwa yangu kule Harambee. Watu wa Chepsaita wakitaka nyama ama kila kitu, wanateremuka kule sehemu za Kabras, sisi tunawaletea nyama huku. So there is that kind of cohesion. So it's just not about athletics. It is definitely a form of cohesion or unity that we are preaching here at the Chepsaita cross-country run. So right now, of course, now as you can see, thousands, a sea of humanity, yani watu zaidi ya maelfu. Hapa kama unasikia kwamba zaidi ya wanariadha walikuwa 10,000. Niambie sasa, ule umati, wale mashabiki, wale waliokuja kuhudhuria, wenyeji katika sehemu hii ya Chepsaita ni wangapi? Kama wanariadha ni 10,000. Kwa hivyo you can actually see it is just in the thousands, numbers that you can actually lose count in, and that shows a lot of support for this particular event in Chepsaita. Roads have basically been cleared. Electricity is all over the place. Water has been connected. I mean, what more will this community ask for? 90-year-olds have had an opportunity to run. 5-year-olds have had an opportunity to run. What more would the people of Chepsaita really want? So definitely we shall give you more details about who won in all the categories. Of course, as of now, the officials are finalizing the final list of the winners, and we shall be able to share with you that at 4 p.m., at 7 p.m. and at 9 p.m. Let me allow you to listen to some of the sights and sounds here at the Chepsaita Secondary School.
our silver medalist all the way from Ethiopia, Wapi Makofi.
That is number 2 checking in at the finish line of the women's 10-kilometer race. Ethiopia has seconded. So far, we now know who has second position 1 and 2 in the women's elite 10-kilometer race. Here are the Great Chepsaita race. So Uganda number 1. We shall be able to share with you the correct names or the proper names later on. Of course, Uganda are in position 1, followed by Ethiopia. And then, of course, right now you're seeing another athlete. This should be a Kenyan, checking number 3. Oh, now we are being told, correction. Ethiopia comes in third place rather. So it is Uganda and Ethiopia who are on the podium. So Kenya has missed a podium finish in the elite women's 10-kilometer race. So there is no Kenyan athlete in the elite 10-kilometer women's race here at the Great Chepsaita cross-country run. We are now seeing another athlete. This is athlete number 4, checking in on the finish line in the elite women's race. Congratulations. All this is coming to you live on TV 47 and also on our TV 47 digital. Number 5 coming in, number 6 coming in that order, in that file here at the Chepsaita Secondary School in Tarbo constituency, Uasin Gishu County. So congratulations to Uganda, to Ethiopia, and to Ethiopia for scooping the top 3 places in the elite women's race here at the Great Chepsaita cross country. There's a beautiful story about this particular event. I understand in the 70 and above category, we've had a couple that definitely won and emerged victorious in this particular event. You can imagine a couple who are 70 years and above in that particular category have actually won and emerged victorious in the Great Chepsaita cross-country run. It's a beautiful story. We shall be keen to follow it up and, of course, bring you this in-depth information about who these are, how long they have been together, how long they have been racing, and, of course, why they are part of this great story. That, of course, you should be sticking around for us. She'll be giving you those details in a few, right here on TV 47. I've managed to get an opportunity to speak to one of the fans, supporters
anakaa ni kijana barobaro ambaye anakaa ni mtu anapenda riadha ama anapenda kutizama wanariadha wakikimbia. Tueleze majina yako, unatoka wapi na ni kwa nini umekuja hapa. Tueleze, ambia, manake unatazamwa, hii ni TV47, tuko live. Tuambie majina. Anaogopa, ako shy kidogo, lakini ni sehemu wametukaribisha vizuri, ni venye wataki kuongea na sisi, lakini wametufurahisha sana, wametukaribisha vilivyo kabambe hapa katika mbio za nyika za The Great Chepsaita ambazo zinafanyika katika eneo bunge la Tarbo, kaunti ya Uasin Gishu. Kwa hivyo kama unajumuika nasi, kumbuka kwamba picha hizi zinakuja kwako moja kwa moja kwa runinga yako ambayo unaipenda, ambayo inakupatia matangazo yako yote moja kwa moja live, matokeo yote yanayofanyika hapa Chepsaita TV47. Pia kwenye Radio 47 utapata kwamba kuna pia baadhi ya matokeo ambayo tunakupatia kule. Pia kwenye TV47 Digital, kwenye mitandao, taarifa kemkem ziko kule, so kwa hivyo unaweza kwenda kule uweze kutangamana na taarifa zetu kuhusiana na mbio hizi za nyika za The Great Chepsaita. Karibu sana kwenye TV47, tunakushukuru sana umeweza kufika. Kwa hivyo mbio ambayo inangojewa kwa hamu na gamu, mbio ya wanaume ya kilomita 10 ya wale wanariadha wazoefu ama ukipenda elites, wale ambao wanakimbia mbio hizi kwa minajili ya kulipwa, wakimbiaji wa kulipwa. Upande wa wanaume kilomita 10 ni mbio ambayo mimi na wewe tunangoja kwa hamu na gamu ili iweze kuanza hapa katika shule ya upili ya Chepsaita. Kwa hivyo tuko hapa live, tunakupatia 2-3, hautapata mambo ya kina ama matokeo ya kina kwa runinga yote ile, haswa ni hapa tu peke yake TV47. Tumekuwa hapa wiki mzima, leo usiku kuanzia saa 11 hadi sasa, hadi usiku. Matokeo, mambo ni hapa ndipo, nikitumia maneno ya mwanzilishi wa mbio hizi Faruk Kibet. If you're joining us on TV 47, and the pictures you're watching on the screen are some of the athletes who are finishing the women's elite 10-kilometer race here at the Great Chepsaita cross-country run. Kama unajiunga nasi kwa hivi sasa kwenye TV yako ama kwenye televisheni yako, runinga yako ya TV 47, wale wanariadha ambao naona kwenye TV yako ni baadhi ya wale akina dada ambao wanamalizia mbio hizi za wanariadha wa kulipwa ama elite women, kitengo cha kilomita 10 ambao wanamaliza. Tayari tunajua nani aliyeshinda ama nchi gani iliyoibuka na ushindi kupata nishani ya dhahabu, fedha na shaba. Utapata kwamba ni Uganda ilipokea dhahabu, kisha Ethiopia ikapokea fedha na shaba mtawalia. Kwa hivyo Kenya imekosa nafasi ya kuweza kujipatia nafasi za kwanza 3 katika mbio hizi, lakini kumbuka kwa mbio hizi hupatia wanariadha fursa ya kuweza kutambua talanta yao. This is one of the places where athletes come to discover their talents, both old and the young. And of course, it's a conglomeration, a melting pot of so many other events that are very beneficial to the community. If you're joining us, my name is Tony Kwalanda, coming to you live from Chepsaita in Uasin Gishu County. Of course, we have an entire team. Just to remind you who is around, it's very important. We have, of course, our lead marketing and public relations, led by Felix Owiti. We have our digital desk on this side, led by Majale. We also have our camera crew, Shadrach Kiplangatitich, together with Jonas Nganga, as well as our transport manager, Dennis Marino. So definitely we have an entire team, a huge team that has been set base here in this beautiful county of Uasin Gishu to give you the very latest from here in Chepsaita.
After the conclusion of the 10-kilometer elite women race, won by Chepsaita boys from Uganda, we now usher in the men. Wamepanga foleni kwa uzuri. Pale namwona Samuel Chepole, international athlete. Robert Kiprop alishinda Iten cross country majuzi. Pia namwona Msanda ambaye anafanya mazoezi yake kule Japan. Basi miongoni mwa athletes na international athletes ambao wametuwasilisha hapa leo hii. Basi tusubiri the setup, call for silence. Mwenzangu Terence sijui na yeye pia kuongeza.
Kwa hakika leo hii ni ya mwisho, mambo yatakuwa ni moto kweli kweli. Kila mtu hapa anataka ushindi, tunawatakia kila la heri. Subiri, bado race haijaanza tafadhali, bado kuna wanariadha wanakimbia. Remember this gold level, so we must adhere the rules and regulation. So subiri tafadhali.
Silence for the stand. Oh, that is a
by, of course, the organizers who are keeping up with the rules and regulations stipulated by the World Athletics Organizing Body, which stipulates, and I just paraphrase, that all athletes from the previous race must finish or must cross the line or must clear the track for the next race to happen. So that's why, as earlier we had told you, that the last event, the 10-kilometer professional men's event, was supposed to start at 1 p.m. However, it has been pushed, reasons being definitely because now, as you can see on the screens, we are having some of the last athletes who are now finishing this particular race. So there is a host of others who I'm still seeing on the track. Several others are still yet to complete this race. It is a grueling course. Track is very grueling, and that's why most you might find them either resorting to walking, or just jogging, or just strolling, because it has taken a toll on their body, and most of them want to finish. Remember, almost the first 100 athletes in each category has something that they'll take home, and 10 million Kenya shillings will be given to institutions of secondary schools, and also 6 million Kenya shillings will go into the pockets of men and women, boys and girls at this particular event. So we are here to witness, of course, history in the making. Remember, if you're joining us, this event has been graced by the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Kithure Kindiki, which of course clearly tells you that this event has the blessings of President William Ruto. Remember, the patron is Farouk Kibet, who has been flanked by several top government officials, led by Sports CS Kipchumba Murkomen, CS Dr. Alfred Mutua, Foreign Affairs PS, Higher Education PS, of course, international, the members of the diplomatic corps, and several other top government officials who are here. It definitely just shows the magnitude of this event. So we are coming, of course, almost to the tail end of the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run 2024, which will be followed, of course, with the prize giving ceremony. It will also be followed by, I'm sure, definitely now that we have some of the top leaders here, there'll be several remarks, definitely by several quarters who are represented here at this particular event. So we, of course, request for your patience as we look forward to really making and crowning this historic event to its successful conclusion. So remember, this TV47 has been giving you live updates since morning. And of course, we've been following this story for the last over 2 months because of how important it is to you, to me, and also to the athletes and the ecosystem, and to the people of Chepsaita. Of course, enjoy the action that is currently going on. Bear with the runners. It is not as easy or as simple as you might see it on your screens. Reason being, the ups and the hills and the altitude of where we are makes this particular event very complex, very challenging, and very difficult. However, the athletes from across Kenya and from 15 countries are up to the task for sure. They are prepared for it. This, of course, is the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run. And definitely what I'm seeing right now, there was parking. Just to give you some sights and sounds, we had, of course, a parking for those who are coming in by air. For example, those are helicopters. We had parking for those who are coming in by car. We also had parking for those who are coming in by, for example, bikes. There was also parking for those who are coming by motorbikes. There was parking also for those who are coming by foot. Everybody was catered for during this Chepsaita Cross Country Run 2024. So it's such a spectacular sight. Of course, for the cause I shared earlier to you about the reasons as to why these thousands of athletes have come to show their belief in this particular event. And remember also the employment opportunities that this event has brought to this community. The employment ideas as well that this event has given to these boys and girls, these ladies and men, to these women and men. Those employment ideas that this melting pot of brains has brought together. You can imagine how the ideas will be bursting in the next few days. This gives a lot of confidence to these young children. It gives confidence to these boys and girls. It gives confidence to these teenagers that indeed, if an entire world can be here, then definitely they can conquer the world from here to the world. So that's the message, of course, is being preached here. If you're joining us, this is the penultimate stage. This is the second last race of the Great Chepsaita Cross Country. This the women's elite 10-kilometer race. It is grueling, and of course we are very happy, and of course we are praising and of course cheering on the girls, rather the women and the ladies in this particular event, for really having the spirit of resilience to finish it. They can walk, they can jog, but at the end of the day, you finish the race. So it's a beautiful sight, both from action and of course from the deed. So that's why we are here as TV 47. Just listening to some sights and sounds from here in Chepsaita.
Special recognition to Amos Kipruto, our athlete in the stadium, and Julius Yego. Asanteni sana leading from the front. DJ tulisikizana kuwa hapa ni ngoma na mbio tu, ngoma na mbio tu. Tunaendelea vivyo hivyo. And also special thanks to Cabras Sugar for sponsoring this race, the elite men and women. Cabras Sugar, Kenya's sweetest.
Hapo.
wahamia hapo hata kwanza ndio wakifika hapo ni waone vizuri.
As the elite race 10 kilometers man continues, they're doing 5 laps. This race is sponsored by Cabras Sugar, Kenya's sweetest. They've also sponsored 100 students right here from the region. Thank you very much. Tuminova, over to you.
10-kilometer men's race, if you like, professional men's race, is already underway. They have already done their first loop. They're doing their second loop here at Chepsaita Secondary School in the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run 2024. This is the leading pack. What this you're seeing on your screen is the leading pack of the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run. So definitely there are 4 more laps to work with in this particular event. So it's a highly competitive race, but already, as you can see, there's looking as athletes are now starting to make their intentions clear in this particular last event of the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run 2024 here at Chepsaita Secondary School. So you're watching the last event of the day, the event that all of us have been waiting for. Of course, we've been waiting for all the other 10 events, but this is the grand finale, the men's 10-kilometer professional race happening here in front of thousands of Kenyans, Ugandans, Ethiopians, and thousands of local and international community are present at this particular event. You're also, of course, enjoying some entertainment from local groups, regional groups, and national groups that, of course, are entertaining both the dignitaries and the fans and spectators who've come to watch this particular event.
Tutakuja kwako dakika moja, lakini kabla hiyo kuna kijana kutoka Koitoror Primary School, Suleiman Kemoy.
We understand, of course, this event has been graced by our legends, our stars in athletics, Amos Kipruto, and also our javelin star and, of course, champion Julius Yego. And, of course, I've joined other legends and star athletes in this particular event. Remember also, Eliud Kipchoge is in this event, the marathon record holder. We also have Faith Kipyegon in this event. We also have a host of other local and international events who have graced this event. We understand also the Africa Athletics Supremo is also attending this particular event together with governors, members of parliament, senators, CSs, PSs, you name them, are part of this particular event.
Republic of Kenya, Profesa Kithure Kindiki. DJ twende kazi, ni ngoma tu tukiendelea, hivyo vile tumesimama, imeandika tu sana. Tuendelee na ngoma sasa mpaka mwisho.
Nakuja huku. Somebody. Cheap or stuff. Very cheap.
position. So you can see Nandi County, you can see Kakamega County, you can see Bungoma County, and definitely you are in Uasin Gishu County. It says serving 4 counties with one eyesight. It's such a magnificent spectacle that we are having here at this event. Thousands of athletes have turned up for this event. 10,000 to be specific, 3,000 to be elite, both men and women. And of course, this is a melting pot. I've been using the word melting pot because this is a fusion of a lot of things here. It's not about just running. The theme being run for education. So these athletes and we here and these thousands of spectators, supporters, sponsors are here because they're here, one reason, to raise funds for children to go to school, to raise funds to give an opportunity for athletes to attend and get an education. So 10 million Kenya shillings already will go to 10 secondary schools in this area in form of scholarships. Boys and girls, 100 from each of the 10 schools will get an opportunity of getting an education besides pursuing their talent on and off the track. Besides that, 6 million Kenya shillings has been pumped into the hands of the boys and girls, men and women of Chepsaita internationally who have attended this event. And I've told you about over 15 plus countries are at this event. Just to give you a picture of who is here, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Kithure Kindiki, is the topmost government official at this particular event, clearly reflecting the government's support of this particular initiative, and government is supporting, of course, the nurturing of talent. I understand the president was meant to be here. President William Ruto was meant to be in this event, but of course he had other national duties. You know, Kenya is hosting the East African Community Inter-Parliamentary Games in Mombasa, and there was the official opening today at Mbaraki Stadium in Mombasa County. So definitely, as much as the president would have wished to be here, remember this is President William Ruto's backyard. This forms part of the constituency where President William Ruto used to be a member of parliament. So this area here in Chepsaita is very close to the heart of the president, and that's why, of course, we have the patron Farouk Kibet really spearheading this particular initiative that has really supported the economy of this area. Talking about the economy, I just got an opportunity to speak to several women about how important this event is to them. Now, there are about, let me just count the number of vendors who are providing hospitality services in form of food, drinks, and those kind of hospitality. I can count not less than 15 sources or 15 outsourced services or companies or self-help groups who are providing food to the thousands of men and women who are attending this event, who are participating in this event. You can imagine that the amount of money that it has pumped into the local community here in Chepsaita. The job opportunities, the women and men who have set up those eateries basically have employed someone to wash dishes, someone to cook, someone to serve, someone to supply tables, someone to supply all those other things that are needed for an eatery to happen. So you can imagine the employment opportunities that have been created by this particular competition. So if you're joining us, you are looking at one more lap remaining. One more lap remaining in the grand finale of the creme de la creme race of the men's 10-kilometer professional race happening here at Chepsaita Secondary School in Tarbo constituency, Uasin Gishu County. It is indeed, as had been shown on the board, one lap remaining for the group that is ahead to the completion of this elite 10-kilometer men's race. It is the last event. It is the last race of the day. We have had over 10 races this day. Races for 5-year-olds to races for 90-year-olds here at this great melting pot of talent. So as I was explaining earlier, it is just not only runners, it's creating, there's an economy that is revolving around this particular competition. Now, besides businessmen getting an opportunity to showcase, there's a lot of infrastructure development. There's also a lot of talent showcasing in terms of on and off the pitch. There is also an opportunity for the people in Chepsaita to get medical checkups. So besides just racing, there has been a lot of activities that led towards this very great day. It is just not only a one-day event, it is a year-round event that of course has been happening. And as you can see clearly, we are getting on the tail end of it. Now we are separating the men from the boys in this professional event. We are almost coming end to this particular elite men's event. We should be having, of course, we have our crew all over here to give you all action, both on the track and to the finish line. So you need to be keeping your eyes on the finish line on our screens on TV 47. We are about to show you who is going to come out and of course be the one to claim first position in the elite 20-kilometer race. This of course is the Chepsaita Cross Country Run 2024. My name is Tony Kwalanda. Private sector, public sector, international community, local community, the government, 15 countries, all of them have converged here at Chepsaita Secondary School to just showcase the best talent that we have here in Kenya. Of course, you know Kenya is a leading country especially in the cross country. However, we had a slight glitch in the women's 10-kilometer elite race. However, this is a platform for those talents to actually now start putting in the work to take and reclaim back the glory that Kenya has been having for so many decades of the cross-country front. However, most athletes don't only just continue with cross-country, they use this to springboard themselves to the steeplechase races, to springboard themselves to the 5,000 meters races, to springboard themselves to the 10,000 meters races, to the 1,500 meters races. So this is normally a pathfinder for so many athletes who are looking, really keenly looking at taking their athletics very far, especially when they want to turn professionals. However, also children are given an opportunity to participate in this event. Remember, 5-year-old boys were given chances, and that just shows that this is an opportunity to nurture talent. Those children who come out of here will have an opportunity to go back, redraw, and also perhaps also get an opportunity to interact with a scout, a coach who might have spotted, because this event has also attracted the eyes and attention of scouts. Scouts from within Kenya. Remember, the athletics, the local governing athletics body, AK officials are here. AK scouts are here. The African Athletics Governing Body president is here. The World Athletics Federation IAAF officials are also in this event, which means it has the blessings of IAAF, and it's also a gold level event, which tells you that this event indeed is recognized globally. And you can imagine the magnitude of this event in 2025, in 2026. This indeed has really changed the face of Chepsaita. This indeed is the great Chepsaita cross-country run. We should be having our runner number one. We should be having them in sight any time from now. Let me just take you through. Let me also just allow my camera people to also enjoy and show off their skills as they show you who is almost coming to take the gold medal in the elite 10-kilometer men's race here at the Great Chepsaita cross-country run. Yes, remember also, we are definitely in the Christmas festivities, and most athletes normally use. We have our winner of the 10-kilometer elite men's race. Number 1 in that race is through. We have number 2 through. Let's go to the tape, and of course number 3. So the top 3 runners in the 10-kilometer race in the elite men has already. Now we have the final 3, the podium finish. We have those 3, the podium finishers in the 10-kilometer elite men. We have it. Number 4, we have a sprint finish. It was a closely knit. So we have number, of course, 5, 6, 7 in that order, as you can see on your screens. This, of course, is the Great Chepsaita cross country race. 7, 8, 9 in that order. 10, 11. Yes. This, of course, they are running for cash prizes. Most of them to the top. Many of them will be getting cash prizes, and that's very important to them. But for every run, for every step they have made on this particular track, they have definitely put a smile on the life of a boy or a girl who really needs to go to school and also to nurture their talent. This is the Chepsaita cross country indeed. Very competitive. We're still having runners or athletes going through their paces just to finish up. It is, of course, almost the last lap of this event here. This is the last event of this particular competition. We'd like to, of course, to thank our viewer wherever you are across the country, in the region East Africa, in Africa, as well as globally. Remember, of course, we are on all free-to-air platforms. We are on GoTV, we are on DSTV, we are on StarTimes, we are on Zuku. We are also on our TV47 digital platforms. We are on Facebook, we are on X, we are also on TikTok. All those platforms are available for you to watch us. Thank you indeed for making time to watch this particular action from Chepsaita Secondary School. Thank you very much. One of them, Chebunet, Philip Chebunet, a lecturer of the University of Eldoret. Thank you indeed for listening and watching to this particular live broadcast coming to you, of course, with your commentator, Tony Kwalanda. I will not forget, of course, to remind you about our entire team, our cameramen, and, of course, our 2 camera crew. Our camera crew that is, of course, made up of leadership of Kiplangat Rotich Shadrach, together with Nganga Jonte. Of course, we also have Joseph Kabudi Nganga as well here to assist our crew. We have our digital maestro Majale. We also have our marketing and communications star Felix Owiti, and of course our transport manager. It is a full squad that is giving you this scintillating action on your screens live from Chepsaita village community that has welcomed here with open arms. So those are athletes who are finishing or who are actually completing this 5-lap race here at Chepsaita Secondary School. It is not as easy as you might be seeing on your screens. The temperatures here are going to about 27, 28 degrees. Yes, maybe I'm actually plus or minus 2 lower. It could be 30, but it's indeed very hot here. so I can actually feel for the runners. It's not a joke. It is also dusty. And remember, we are at 2,100 feet above main sea level. Thank you for keeping it TV47. Stick around. There is, of course, indeed, the prize-giving ceremony that is coming up, where they will be awarding the top athletes, the best performers, and also cash prizes to be awarded, and then the scholarships to be given to the 10 schools. And you can imagine what more the dignitaries will have to offer here, led by the Deputy President, Honorable Kithure Kindiki. The thousands of fans, spectators, supporters, financiers, sponsors, the thousands of them who descended on Chepsaita will definitely not want to leave anytime soon, because every particular inch of the planning was done to every second or for every centimeter, to the organization, to the planning, from the security agencies to those who are providing catering services. Everything was indeed measured to the centimeter, to the millimeter at this event. To the sound system, to the organization, the courtesy. Today, of course, I've seen the disciplined forces, or the disciplined men and women who are here to maintain law and order. They have been in their best. In fact, I think they underwent so good, some wonderful training, that they have actually managed the crowd here at Chepsaita with so much ease, with so much calmness. There has been no incident whatsoever that has been, of course, witnessed right here. Of course, just a few incidences where our men and women in the healthcare sector were able to handle. For example, those who got tired, those who fell along the way, that was taken care of. I could not even count the number of ambulances I could see here at Chepsaita. Maybe 10, maybe even more, but I saw there are many ambulances, both situated outside this particular venue, inside the venue, as I can imagine what other more measures they had put in place. So everything was actually planned to the centimeter, to the millimeter, and of course, let's give credit where it's due. This event is well planned. This event was well thought through to actually reach this successful conclusion. So thank you indeed for watching TV47. I was able to have a conversation, of course, when we were having, of course, our dinner yesterday. I was able to interact with the wonderful people of Uasin Gishu County, especially in Eldoret City. And of course, they were indeed looking forward to this particular event, and they told me they'll be watching TV47. So my very good people from Eldoret City are in that lovely restaurant that we are, I think it's called Silver Palm Silver Hotel in Eldoret City. Thank you indeed for making TV47 your home television on all your screens at that particular hotel. We thank you for your patronage. You've been great, you've been gracious. We appreciate, of course, you being loyal fans, and the thousands of fans, of course, who are currently watching, the millions who are watching us on social media. As you can clearly see now, the fans have now clearly, they cannot wait to listen to what their leaders would want to say. They cannot wait to come closer to the action. They cannot wait to come and see some of their winners. It's a sea of humanity. It just shows you how happy, how excited, how jovial they are about the great Chepsaita cross-country run 2024. Indeed, when you see people really milling around you, it just shows indeed that they appreciate the work that you're doing to them, the positive that you have actually impacted on these people, whether one or two. that goes a long way. I'm speaking from experience, having done such events in my ward, Manda Shivanga in Malava constituency. I know the importance and the impact of such events. Of course, this is TV47. We are indeed watching the last few runners who are coming through to the finish line in the elite 10-kilometer men's race here at Chepsaita Secondary School. So, just in a nutshell, over 16 million Kenya shillings has been up for grabs in this event. 16 million shillings plus. And of course, I can imagine what will be topped up from government, private sector, public sector, and other sponsors. I can only wait to see. But of course, we've been very glad, really have been your sporting partner, especially on the Great Chepsaita cross-country run, giving you every detail before, during, and of course we shall endeavor to ensure that you get the stories after what will happen. Some of the stories about the Great Chepsaita cross-country run. Indeed, of course, on behalf of the entire crew here at Chepsaita Secondary School, the people I've named earlier, and of course our entire team in our Nairobi office, led by Inonda, Emmanuel, of course Teresia, I call her Terrific Tuesday. In studio, of course, we have our team of Duncan Mutua, our team of Boniface Kimanzi, our team of Banse, of course, who handed over this particular broadcast to me at around 12:20. And of course, on behalf of Cape Media, we thank you indeed for being with us. We thank you for staying in touch with us, of course, and watching this particular event on our TV47. We shall, of course, just let you hear and feel the sights and sounds. As you can see, definitely now everybody is eager to watch and to see the prize-giving ceremony. And of course, remember, we shall give you the full details of the results at 4 p.m. during Sports Extravaganza. Duncan Mutua is standing in for me. And also during our 7 p.m. Swahili News and 9 p.m. English News. From me, Tony Kwalanda, it's been great pleasure and honor indeed to serve you and to present to you and to be a commentator for this, the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run 2024 at the Chepsaita Secondary School in Tarbo, Uasin Gishu County.
Baya sana. Properly kwanza katikati.
As we come to a close, it's time now for the award ceremony of the elite women 10 kilometers. And for this race, let me request our dignitaries from Kabras Sugar Chairperson just one try. On his behalf, George Muruli. George Muruli on behalf of the chairman of the Kabras Sugar. Tafadhali join me up on stage. Our world champion Eliud Kipchoge. Eliud Kipchoge join me on stage. And PS Engineer Peter Toom for the sports ministry. Engineer Peter Toom, PS Sports, join me on stage. For this race, the winner is from Uganda. Let me have the athletes presented. Presenting to you the medalists for the senior women 10 kilometers. Wapi makofi yao tafadhali. Makofi. Asanteni sana. All right. At number 3, Biwot Celestine from Kenya. Wapi makofi ya Biwot Celestine, step up on the podium. Biwot Celestine, asante sana. You can be awarded your medal by Engineer Peter Toom, Ministry of Sports, and the check as well. This is the bronze medal to our number 3, Biwot Celestine. Makofi for Biwot Celestine tafadhali. Asante sana. Presenting the check now for our number 3, Biwot Celestine. Asante sana. And calling up the number 2, Mola Megides Shimeles from Ethiopia. A round of applause from Mola Megides Shimeles. And this will be presented by Eliud Kipchoge. Eliud Kipchoge is right behind you. Eliud Kipchoge is right behind you. Present the silver medal. George Maruli, tafadhali let Eliud Kipchoge present that. This was done by Kabras Sugar. All right, thank you very much. Present the check. This race was sponsored by Kabras Sugar, Kenya's sweetest. Present the check, tafadhali makofi. Asante sana. The check is worth 200,000 Kenya shillings. Wapi makofi. And now, the number 1 from Uganda, Chepsaita Lois, being presented by Eliud Kipchoge. Wapi makofi ya Chepsaita Lois all the way from Uganda. Asante sana. And presenting the check is Eliud Kipchoge. Show the check so that you see it is 300,000 Kenya shillings prize money. Wapi makofi. And the winner is from Uganda. I'll request our chief guest with all humility, His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, to join the team so that we celebrate the winner who's from Uganda and the patron of the race, Farouk Kibet, who also come up. This race was won by Uganda and the Great Chepsaita cross-country race and is open.
International run for all, and we have to honor even our neighbors who win in our soil. This is why we have a gold medal. I request the chief guest to be standing right next to the winners and the patron of the race as well as we play the Ugandan national anthem. Let's play all that for a bit. Once our dignitaries are in line, let's all be upstanding straight for Uganda's national anthem. and request the athletes to step down, but the dignitaries to remain so that we award the elite race. Athletes tafadhali, all pictures are good for the media team, all smiles, all good. Athletes tafadhali step down, DJ, but all our dignitaries to remain tafadhali, all the dignitaries to remain, including our race patron, all the dignitaries to remain as we award the men category coming up next. Let me call on the podium, the senior men 10 kilometers winners. Matthew Kipoet, Kipruto to come in. Matthew Kipoet, Kipruto to come in. All the winners of the 10 kilometers men. Tafadhali make your way to the podium right about now. All the winners to come up on stage. This is a elite race. And then I'll call all the gold medalists for the people from the medals and the media. Hold on, we'll call them in just a bit. We'll call them back in just a bit. Let me have the men category, senior men, 10 kilometers. Matthew Kipoet, Kipruto, Kipropoet, Robert, and Samuel Chepsaita. Aside. It seems they're still held up in the anti-doping department, and for that reason, I will then call upon our students who have benefited. And here we are. Thank you very much. And calling up on stage is number 3, Matthew Kipoet Kipruto. Step up to the podium, tafadhali. Matthew Kipoet Kipruto, number 3. Kindly step up to the podium. Panda juu tafadhali, getting the bronze medal award. Tafadhali makofi kwake. Hand over the bronze medal, tafadhali, at the corner. Go ahead and present it, plus the check. All right, asante sana. The check is worth a whooping 150,000 Kenya shillings. Let me have second Kipropoet Robert to step up on the podium for a presentation. Asante sana. Present the medal, the silver medal, and the check as well. Asante sana. This race was sponsored by Cabras Sugar. And the check presentation happening now worth 200,000 Kenya shillings. Bobby Makofi. And the number 1 was an Olympic champion, Samuel Chepsaita. Step up to the podium, tafadhali. And the chief guest will award this gold medal for this race. Makofi. And the check presentation as well. And we will stand by for the Kenya National Anthem in honor of the leaders. Hold on for a bit. Let's present the check first. Asante sana. And for photo ops in 2, 3, 1, all pictures, fantastic. And I will request all our dignitaries to line up next to the athletes as we play the Kenya National Anthem. And we proceed right after this. Kenya National Anthem. Thank you very much. I request our dignitaries to step down just for a bit, for a quick photo session for the athletes only. Don't go out of the podium yet. We are about to hand over to you. Athletes wabaki hapa juu tafadhali, kuna picha inapigwa tafadhali mbio mbio. Baki tu mahali mlipo, number 1 apande juu, number 2 na number 3 tafadhali. Picha, face forward, hold your checks. All smiles, kila mtu akae mahali pake tafadhali. Number 1, 2, 3, kila mtu akae mahali pake tafadhali. Picha, 1, 2, 3, all pictures. 1, 2, 3, all media will do. Thank you very much. And with our dignitaries still here, that the check worth 10 million shillings going to be presented to students from more than 16 schools who have benefited from more than 10 million shillings. 1,000 students, 100 each school. Let me call upon the students from Manda Secondary School to come up. St. John Paul II Chepsaita Secondary School to come up. Our kids can step down to Tafadhali, asanteni sana. All the students to come up here and be awarded the check worth scholarships, all in their uniform from Manda Secondary School, St. John the second Chepsaita Secondary School, ANC Enimel Secondary School, St. Peter's Secondary School, Kamasai, Chiandiche Secondary School, Burugusi, kindly come up to the podium. The check will be presented by His Excellency the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Professor Kithure Kindiki, and then I'll hand over the microphone to the patron of the race, Honorable Faruk Kibet, to take it up from here. This is a presentation of the scholarship check worth 10 million shillings to 1,000 students who have benefited across different schools. Each school has 100 students who have benefited from 10,000 shillings scholarship. Let the students line up and be presented with a check from His Excellency the Deputy President. In God we trust, everybody else must bring pictures. SCK, Chepsaita Secondary School, St. Mary's, Osorongai Secondary School, Cheptenon Secondary School. And now, once they line up, the Deputy President kindly present the check to the students there. And a photo opportunity for check worth more than 10 million shilling scholarship presented to the students of more than 16 schools who benefited from this. Wapi makofi tafadhali, makofi. This is what we mean when we say we are running for education. Makofi tena, asante sana. This check is presented to students for more than 16 schools from different areas. Asanteni sana, msome kwa bidii. And now I hand over the microphone now. Before we do that, His Excellency kindly step back a bit for a quick photo op. And then all the 18 gold medalists, from the races to come up on stage. All the 18 gold medalists to come up on stage. Let's take the pictures in 3, 2, 1. Asanteni sana. 18 gold medalists. All the 18 gold medalists from all the races. Kindly come up on stage really quick. We're trying to save on time here as we let the students get down. The students can get down. All the 18 gold medalists. The winners of all the races to come up. The principals also to come up really quick. All right, all the students who step down, tafadhali, from 16 different schools having been awarded more than 10 million shillings worth of scholarship for 1,000 students. Now these are the principals standing by. A representation of the school's leadership of all the 16 that have been awarded. Manda Secondary School, St. John Paul II Chepsaita Secondary School, hold this and they hold the check. The CS for Sports, tafadhali, join the podium. CS for Sports, Kipchumba Murkomen to join the podium, tafadhali. All right, as that happens, let's get now the 18 gold medalists to come up. 18 gold medalists to come up really fast. The principals, tafadhali, asanteni sana. Pictures have been taken. All the 18 gold medalists to come up on stage as we finish this ceremony officially. All the 18, all the gold medalists ambao wako hapa, tusiwasimame hapa tafadhali kwa picha haraka haraka. Just stand in front over here for a quick photo. Yes, these are our winners. Makofi kwao tafadhali, a representation. The others are still with the anti-doping for a quick photo session there. And then I'll hand over the microphone to Honorable Faruk Kibet. Hold on, the CS for Sports to join the winning team for a quick photo session as we continue. The rules of the World Athletics demands that we have to adhere to the rules and regulations. Some of them are still undergoing anti-doping for tests to ensure that they are the true winners. Once the CS joins the team for a quick photo session, in 3, 2, 1, asante sana. Asanteni sana, all our athletes. Spread out a bit. Face forward, all smiles in 1, 2, 3. Everybody face forward, smile in 1, 2, 3. Asante sana. Let me now hand over this microphone to Honorable Faruk Kibet to take over the program from here. Still more gold medalists coming through after having gone through the anti-doping process. Tafadhali, another picture in 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. All the athletes, kindly drop down. All the athletes, tafadhali, tumemaliza. All the athletes, tafadhali, asanteni sana, tuteremke sote. And now I hand over officially the microphone to the patron of the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run, Honorable Faruk Kibet, to take it up from here. Asanteni sana. Wapi makofi Honorable Faruk Kibet, yenda mfanya tuko hapo.
Watu wa nyumbani, hebu tukaribishe naibu wa rais kwa makofi. 1, 2, 3. Wapi vikelekele ya naibu wa rais? Najua kiongozi amevumilia lakini ukweli wa mambo ni kwamba amefurahi. Sisi kama jamii, kama Wakenya, tunataka taifa iweze kuelimika. Naibu wa Rais, ukiangalia serikali ikiweka mahali fedha mambo ya elimu, inamaanisha wanataka Kenya iweze kuelimika. Mimi natoa shukrani zangu mingi sana, kuanzia wadogo mpaka wakubwa. Inawahakikishia kwamba mwaka ujao mambo itakuwa moto kuliko mwaka huu. Yago baibai tu otaj rubeyuata president akasale kataga kinga amejorabat kokasingunyuni. Kwa hivyo sitaki kusema maneno mengi, inaona maneno imebadilika. Itaita waziri aseme, aite naibu wa rais aseme, tuje tumuite president wa Kenya kwa mambo ya athletics, ili aite kiongozi wa Afrika, na mwisho tukamilishiwe na watu watatu wa muhimu sana. Huyo ni Faith Kipyegon. Hebu tumshangilie. Alafu Eliud Kipchoge afuate. Alafu wa mwisho nitampa mama mjumbe wa hapa aje afunge kwa njia ya heshima na kukaribisha na kushukuru watu kwa sababu ya maneno ambayo wamefanya. Na mjumbe wetu kutoka hapa Malava, shule zako 4 imeweza kupata msaada ya watoto kusoma. Wenzetu kutoka hapa Nandi na Uasin Gishu, hii ni sehemu ambayo tunataka kuweka utajiri ya masomo mbele. Hatutaki kuona watoto
wanaitwa managers kwa sababu hawajasoma. Tunataka wasome, akikimbia akipewa dola akiweka mfuko inakuwa pesa yake, anaweza kuji-audit. Hiyo ndio maisha sisi tunataka. Waziri, kwa sababu uko hapa na naibu wa rais, mambo ya hii maneno ya drugs, watu wanauza drugs kwa athletes wetu, wako na chemist wanajulikana. Hawa watu, naibu wa rais, sema neno moja na hawa watu wawekwe jela, ili maneno ya kuuzia watoto madawa ikome. Tunataka kusema you can train hard and you win easily. Hii maneno ya kujiingiza kwa maneno ya dawa kulevya, sisi tunataka kusema serikali, angalieni, mulete maneno ya michezo mashinani. Na hii sehemu mimi nataka kuhakikishia taifa, sisi tutaanzisha city nyingine inaitwa Chepsaita City. Kama serikali inaweka stima, inaweka maji, manyumba haiwezi kutushinda. Tunataka Faith akija hapa na bwana yake waweze kuishi na kulala sehemu hii bila kukimbia kwenda Eldoret. Haya inawezekana. Leo hii watu 20,000 hapa leo hawajaleta chakula kutoka Serena Hotel. Wamekula chakula ya sehemu hii ambaye naitwa ukarimu ya watu ya Chepsaita na watu ya Uasin Gishu na watu ya Kakamega. Sote kwa pamoja tunataka kuuliza marafiki wetu na washirika wetu kwamba tunawashukuru. Hatutaki kuchosha naibu wa rais na mambo mengi, na kama sisi tumefurahi, yeye amefurahi zaidi. Ni wakati wangu wa muhimu kumuita waziri wa michezo ambaye anaitwa Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen. Mpigie makofi.
Asante sana naibu Farouk Kibet. Mnataka which side? Hapo. Okay, very good. Your Excellency the Deputy President, our patron here Farouk Kibet, distinguished guests, my colleague CS Mutua, who is here, honorable members who are here, Presidency of AK, President of Olympics Kenya, and all the President of Athletics Africa, na all the dignitaries who are here, wananchi wote wa Chepsaita na wageni wamekuja hapa, amjambo. Amjambo tena. Siku ya leo ni siku ya furaha sana. Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, katika Wizara ya Vijana, Creative Economy na Michezo, tumefurahi sana kupata nafasi ya kukuwa na hii hafla, haswa hii mchezo wa cross country here. Ninataka kukuhakikishia Naibu wa Rais ya kwamba hii mchezo, ukiona Ministry of Youth hapo juu na Sportsman hapo juu, imedhaminiwa kwa hali ya juu na Wizara ya Michezo, in other words by the government of Kenya. The government of Kenya supported all these events to up to 52 million shillings. Now, Your Excellency, this event tumeweka katika kalenda ya AK. When the President speaks later, kwa AK calendar iko one of the top cross-country events in our country. And that's why we are working together to make sure that we grow talent in this part of the country. Katika wizara yetu, Your Excellency, tumesema kwa ile mpango yetu ya talanta hela, tunataka kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunaweka msingi zaidi watoto wetu wachanga chini ya miaka 20 na haswa wengi ambao wa shule ya primary na secondary. We want to focus more, and I have given directives to the Kenya Academic Board kuhakikisha kwamba we focus more on the issue, Your Excellency, of younger generation who are in school. That is why we are putting resources in school national competitions for both primary and secondary. We are financing for institutes of almost 1 billion in all those competitions because we want to put resources where we are going to grow our life. Your Excellency, as we speak now, we are having 54 camps in around our AK across the country. I visited 2 of them this week. Na tuko kwenye class na watoto kama elfu 3 ambao wanajifunza mambo ya kuandika. Na wale wamechagua kwa secondary school na primary school.
Ndio anasema ni hame niende huko mbele. Wameharibu. Manu amesema nisitoke kwanza, unajua sasa hivi anajua kuonea.
Tunaendelea kwa kazi ya rais na wewe umetupatia. Tunataka kuhakikisha ya kwamba wizara ya sport itabadilika iweze Tanzania. Wale ambao wanacheza michezo, wanakimbia, mpira, basketball, lazima iwasaidie watu wetu wapate pesa na iwapatie nafasi wawekezaji waweze kuinvest kwa mambo ya sport. Your Excellency, because I want you to be the last person to close the meeting, we have our dignitaries over here. I just want them to know the rest of your command. But I want you, if you speak, you will not stand down. Yeah, and it has happened in my presence. We were appointed this side of me. So I know if you speak, you will not even complain. So give me a few minutes only to do this. First, to recognize the cabinet secretaries who are here. Alfred Kua, the CS in charge of labor, PKM Makofi. Pia tukiona PS wa health, our sister Dorothy Ngongolo. I have a problem with and then we have PS who are here. Please stand up on the PSS who are here. Please stand up, all the PSS who are here. PS wengi wameenda to the other function where we are going. PS Arumonyang wa Public Works and PS wetu wa Beatrice wa Higher Education. Thank you very much. Daktari, thank you very much. Dr. Tum is also here, who is the PS of Sports. Thank you, Dr. Tum. Na wabunge wenye wako hapa, please simameni. All the MPs who are here so that we get recognized, even if I may not mention all your names. Very good. Honorable Moroto. And wengi wameenda. Niseme tu wave to the crowd and then we can be able to sit. Thank you very much. Kwa hivyo, Your Excellency, with your permission, let me give Faith to say one word and Eliud one word, and then I will AK people. Please, Faith.
Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, all protocol observed, wananchi wa hapa Chepsaita, Owamune. Mine is just to say to invest kwa sports sana. As waziri amesema, you can balance both athletics na pia masomo. So yangu ni machache. Thank you so much. Nimeshukuru sana na nimefurahi ku witness champion born today. Thank you.
Deputy President, all protocols observed. I want to say that sport is the only messenger which cannot be criticized. If you want to pass a message, pass through sport. Nobody can criticize. If you want to pass a message, pass through sport. Nobody can go to court. That's only through sport. And sport brings unity. Sport brings peace. And if peace and unity is there, then we enjoy and development comes in. Lastly is that I want to urge everybody, all the CS who are here, Deputy President, please put your budgets on humanity. I repeat again, put your budgets on humanity. Lastly, We need more Chepsaitas across the country. I think all the governors are here alone. Learn from here. Take the lesson from here. We need more Chepsaitas. For those few remarks, have a great weekend.
Thank you very much. Apart from being an athlete, Eliud now has become a philosopher. Let me call AK President.
Thank you very much, Waziri, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, and all protocols observed. Leo tunafurahi sana kuwa hapa, and we have a special guest ambaye mumesikia, anaitwa Ahmed Malboum Kalkaba kutoka Yaounde, Cameroon. Yeye ndio mkubwa ya riadha Afrika mzima, na yeye pia ni president wa Olympic Committee huko Cameroon, na yeye pia ni council member ya World Athletics, na kuna maneno mingi sana. So tunakaribisha, we welcome you, the president of CAA, to come and be with us here. Allow me also to recognize some of the athletes who are here. Mumeona Faith, mumeona Eliud, tuko na pia mzee Kipchoge Keino ambaye anafuata hawa, ambaye anaongoza hawa. Kuna sisi hapa, unaweza kusimama uonekane tafadhali. Asante sana. Tuko na Paul Tergat ambaye ni president wa National Olympic Committee, na yeye pia in his own right. He's been a very successful athlete. Tuko pia na Beatrice, sijui kama Beatrice hapa, niliambiwa wako lakini maybe hayuko sahihi. Tuko na David Rudisha. David Rudisha is there. Na mnajua kwamba David Rudisha is still the world record holder in 800 meters since 2012 in London Olympics. Hakuna mtu amevunja hiyo rekodi mpaka leo. Tuko na Ezekiel Kemboi, naitwa baba yao saa ingine, nafikiri yako hapa pia. Okay. Tuko na Janet Cheposkei, tuko na William Tanui, tuko na Emmanuel Wanyonyi, nilisikia yako hapa. Ameenda, nasikia ameenda. Na mnajua Eliud Wanyonyi, Emmanuel Wanyonyi alikuwa gold medalist juzi huko France wakati wa Olympics in 800 meters. Tupigie makofi. Na pia ingawaje Beatrice Chebeta yuko hapa, alipata gold mbili huko Olympics juzi, 10,000 meters na 5,000 meters. So mnaona tuko na all the champions wako hapa. Nimesikia Julius yako yuko hapa, sijui kama yuko, na wengine wengi kama sijakutaja simama tu. Geoffrey Kamororo, asante sana Geoffrey. Patrick Sang, of course. Tuko na rafiki yetu hapo. Thank you so much. We also have our officials, Mameli tafadhali, officials wote from executive committee na wale wengine, haraka tafadhali. Executive committee, wale from the regions, nimeona wengi na tunashukuru. Tuko na coaches, wapi coaches wetu ambao wanafanya hao, wanaleta bendera kama hiyo. Coaches tafadhali, uko wapi? I think they are all inside here. And the officials, asanteni sana. Your Excellency, mbio ya leo imekuwa ya kufana sana. Imekuwa ya kufana sana kwa sababu categories yote ambayo tumeona na all the ages, kutoka watoto mpaka wazee, imekuwa ni ya juu kabisa, na tunataka kushukuru patron na wale wote ambao wamefanya hii kazi ambayo iko hapa, na nyinyi wananchi wote wa kutoka area hii tunawashukuru sana. Ya pili, tunafanya hii mchezo kwa sasa tukiwa na kitu naitwa gold label. Mwaka jana haikuwa gold label, mwaka jana ilikuwa ni normal tu, lakini sasa ni gold label. Maana ya gold label ni nini? Gold label ni ya kuonyesha kwamba kuna sheria ambayo lazima iangaliwe, lazima ifuatwe, na pia lazima iwe inspected. So tuko na inspectors hapa. Hamwezi kujua ni nani, you will not know, lakini tuko na inspectors ambao wanaangalia kama tunafuata sheria ya gold label. So Bwana Faruk na officials tuweke bidii kabisa ndio tusirudi mahali tulikuwa mwaka jana. Kwa sababu tumeweka sasa hiyo level ya juu kabisa hiyo. Kitu ya pili, Your Excellency, tuko na kitu naitwa environmental sustainability ambaye sisi kutoka Athletics Kenya tulikuwa the first federation in the world to sign the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, otherwise called Sports for Climate Action. Na kwa sababu ya hiyo tumeenda mbalimbali kupeleka jukumu yetu huko. Juzi tumetoka hiyo wiki ingine tumetoka huko Baku, Azerbaijan, COP29, tukipeana ripoti yetu. So tunapeana hiyo kwa sababu tulipewa hiyo jukumu hiyo, na hapa tuko na equipment ya air quality sensor, kwa sababu wanariadha wanatakiwa, kama uko na gold label, one of the reasons and one of the regulations is that you must have good quality air condition for the athletes. Quality sensor here in this school ambayo itakaa hapa throughout, so that we can be reading to know what is the air quality in this place, because it's a requirement. Na ningekuomba makamu wa rais ya kwamba tuko na explanation kidogo ya hiyo equipment iko hapa, kama utakuwa na nafasi kidogo baada ya hii, because it's a kwa heshima upitie hapo kidogo onyeshwe ni kitu gani ambayo tuna yake. Otherwise kwa hayo majaji
hapa, kama utakuwa na nafasi kidogo baada ya hii kuuliza hapa ndano mingi. Next week tuko Olkalau, na hiyo wiki ingine tuko Kisii, hiyo wakati ingine tuko kila mahali, kwa sababu tunataka kupeleka mchezo kila mahali ambaye inatakiwa kuwa huko. So sisi wote tujitayarishe na tumwambie wanariadha wetu tujitayarishe na tumwambie wanariadha wetu namna waziri amesema, na namna mambo ya doping, managers, coaches, anybody ambaye anajua, wanaitwa athlete support personnel. Tuache mambo ya dawa, tuache mambo ya doping. Kitu naitwa doping ndio imetuletea shida, ndio imetuletea maneno mbaya dunia hii, kwa sababu karibuni mtakuta ya kwamba wanariadha wa dunia watakataa kukimbia na wanariadha wa Kenya kwa sababu ya doping.
Malbum Kalkaba, who is the president of CAA, and he has been, by the way, Your Excellency, he has been very instrumental in all the events that we have hosted, international events that we have hosted here in Kenya. He has supported Kenya so many times. He is a friend of Kenya, and that is why he loves being here. So, Bwana President.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, the patron of this event, the Minister of Sports, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, salama. This is the only word that I know in Swahili. Salama. So, really, I'm very happy to be here today in the land of champions. Kenya is a great nation of athletics, we know. And Africa is proud, and the Kenyan athletes, they are making Africa proud. For the first time in 1995, Kenya emerged #1 in the world before United States and the other strong countries in Europe. So that made me very happy because it strengthened my leadership as the African president. Thank you for this. But today I watched a very unique event in athletics. Never, I didn't watch this kind of event. So that means that the future of our sports is good. Kenya is supporting us to promote the future with what happened here. And I hope that other countries in Africa can learn from this experience. For the champions, I don't want to mention all of them. My colleagues from the Olympic movement, like Kano, Tergad, and others, all of us, we are together and we will move to the future of our sports. So, Deputy President, I would like to send a message to you to take our greetings, our deepest gratitude to the President of the Republic of Kenya, and to say that we need his support and support of the government, the support of the people of Kenya to keep our sports at the level that we are, but beyond in the future. Thank you very much for listening to me. With my
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Merci beaucoup. Pigie makofi. Ametoka Cameroon. So when you go back to Cameroon, say hi to Onana. Onana. You know Onana? Yeah, Onana. These people know Onana. They don't know other people. And they know Samuel Eto'o. Now, Your Excellency, I want to invite the Member of Parliament of this area, Honorable Janet Buchiene, to make a few remarks, and then I will proceed to invite you.
Thank you, our CS Sports, Your Excellency, Honorable Dr. Professor Kindiki, who is our Deputy President. I wish with utmost humility to thank you most sincerely for affording time to come and grace this occasion. Number two, I want to thank you most sincerely for sitting down from morning to this time. We know you had a lot of activities, but you accepted to watch and see and run on this great Chepsaita cross-country run. I also want to thank you, Your Excellency, through the Ministry of Sports, through athletics, for accepting to sponsor this event, and more so, the very many students that are going to benefit in education, because this day was running for education. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Sir Farouk, who is the patron, for coming up with this great idea of the great Chepsaita cross-country run, because it has been a great idea. Last year we started, and this year we are moving to greater heights. And I want to thank our brother Farouk. I also want to thank the sponsors that have sponsored this particular event, because without them, we wouldn't be having this great cross-country run, which has been very wonderful. I also want to thank the organizers. They have made this event great through the leadership and the patronage of Sir Farouk. We really want to thank the organizers. We want to thank right from the security, the committee, everybody else that participated. And finally, I want to thank the athletes, for without them, this day would not be there. The more than 10,000 athletes, and also the great people of Uasin Gishu County for coming to cheer our athletes. And as I finish, Your Excellency, I want to thank you, because I know you are going to pronounce that no GBV for our women athletes, and no doping by our athletes. Thank you, Your Excellency, and may our good God bless you. On behalf of all these people who are here today, take our greetings to our Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Thank you.
Pigia makofi mheshimiwa. Kabla sijakukaribisha Your Excellency, na I want to confirm that we have tuko na program yenye inaendelea inaitwa enhanced program ya athletics. Tunafanya na IAAF, AK na Ministry of Sports na ADAC kuhakikisha we deal with matters of doping, especially in athletics. Anti-doping agency also deal with doping in all other sports. I want to also say, Your Excellency, even when you are serving in the docket of Interior, we work together and you have supported ADAC kuhakikisha kwamba through the office of the DCI to identify the offices and the places where this doping is prevalent, particularly in this North Rift area. Your Excellency, I also want to say that we will enhance this program to make sure that we hold the parents, the persons who are in these chemists and all that, we hold them responsible, especially bring them into accountability, especially those who are running chemists where they are using to facilitate doping. And we will continue working with the Ministry of Interior and our security agencies to make sure that we deal with this issue until we kick doping out of athletics. Ya mwisho, Your Excellency, I want to thank Mr. Farouk. We have similar events all over the country, but this one is unique. This one is unique because the patron is a mobilizer and he is able to bring all kind of people together. Nilikuwa nasoma kwa social media watu wanauliza, na huyu Farouk ni nani kweli? Na hii powers yake anatoa wapi? Mimi najua Farouk kwa miaka sasa karibu 15. Na mimi najua Your Excellency wewe unamjua. His power comes from his friendship with other people. And because of that friendship, he's been able to put all of us together.
Check mic 1 2. Mic test 1 2. Mic check 1 2 3.
So he's been able to do this because we are his friends. Not because of power, not because of anything else. It's about having a good heart and supporting other people. When your time comes, they also want to support you. And so I want to ask other Kenyans, well-wishers, to hold hands together with others to support such initiatives in different parts of the country, because we're going too soon to Olkalau, we are going to Kisii and other places. Let's work together to make sure that we show we can do a better show. If you can beat Farouk, then next year he will also beat you even more. And this is how we can compete together in doing good. Before I invite you, Your Excellency, I want to thank you. Not just because but because your leadership style is style we need in this country to emulate. You are a leader full of humility. You are also a leader who is national, very national. I have known you for many years, and thank you for believing in Project Kenya, in one united Kenya. Your rallying call has always been one Kenya, one flag, one people. To say, Your Excellency, we will support you. I know you came to office recently. We will give you maximum support, even as you support His Excellency the President, to uniting our country the way you can see Kenyans are united here in matters sports. Kwa hiyo na kabla sijakuita, tuko na sisi wetu wawili hapa, sisi wetu wa sports, Lucy wa ako somewhere CC Sports. Yes, Lucy is our CC Sports wa hii county. Pigeni yeye makofi. I almost forgot it, and the governor left and told me that you are taking charge of any other issue. Thank you very much for the work you're doing. You're doing a good job, Lucy. Thank you. And the chief officer, right? Yeah. Oh, this is the deputy governor. I'm sorry. Pigeni makofi, deputy governor. Yanga huyu mtu mdogo ni nani huyu? This is our deputy governor. Pigeni makofi. Yeah, thank you very much. Excellence. Na juzi ulikuwa voto umekuja juu. Pigeni makofi tena. Thank you very much DG. Kwa hivyo nataka sasa kukaribisha Mheshimiwa Faruk Kibet aweke vile inafaa kukaribisha naibu wa rais.
Sawa, asante. Kuna watu muhimu tumewasahau, and these are our ambassadors. I'm requesting for all ambassadors to rise up. Tuwapigie makofi all ambassadors. Naona Mungu anatupenda, ambassadors wamefika hapa. Thank you. Nataka kushukuru wa mama wetu wa nyumbani. Umeimba, nimeona. Na kwa heshima hiyo nataka mkaribishe naibu wa rais kwa nyimbo. Wapi ile nyimbo bwana DJ? I'll ask everyone to stand.
Asanteni sana. Naomba tuketi. Chamge. Chamge. Asante sana. Nataka nichukue nafasi hii kwanza kushukuru ninyi nyote kwa kuvumilia. Tumekuwa hapa tangu saa 12 ya asubuhi na tumekaa hapa masaa yote. Nataka niseme asanteni sana kwa kuvumilia. Ya pili, nishukuru mwanzilishi na patron ama mlezi wa hii Chepsaita Marathon, Faruk Kibet, kwa kutengeneza hafla kama hii ambayo iko katika hali ya juu. Thank you very much Faruk. Vile umeleta marafiki wengi, marafiki wako, and we want to congratulate you. Jambo la tatu, nataka niseme nimeona mbio nzuri sana. I have seen a lot of talent. Nimeona watoto wadogo wakikimbia. Niseme nimeona mbio nzuri sana. I have seen chao. Nimeona vile wakikimbia ili kutafuta ufadhili ili watoto wengi ambao wanatoka katika familia ambazo hazijiwezi waweze kupata elimu. Nimeona mbio za watoto, mbio za vijana, nimeona mbio za wazazi, wazee na akina mama wa rika yangu wakikimbia ili watoto wao wapate elimu bora. Na vile vile nimeona mbio za wazazi wetu, mimi wazee wa zaidi ya miaka 70 pia wakikimbia pate nafasi ya kusoma. Elimu kwa mtu yoyote katika dunia ya leo ni muhimu. Every person today, irrespective of your profession, irrespective of what you want to do in life, requires an education for you to succeed. Those who are talented in athletics, those who want to be professionals, medical doctors, teachers, farmers, political leaders, whatever you want to do, business people, everyone requires an education. And I want to thank you, Farouk, for theming this event to be an event for running for education. Education equalizes all of us. Elimu ndio inatufanya tuwe sawa sawa. Mtoto wa rais, mtoto wa waziri, mtoto wa mkulima, mtoto wa nurse, mtoto wa mtu ambaye hata bado hajapata kazi, watoto wetu wote wakisoma watakaa katika meza moja kujenga taifa la Kenya kwa sababu wamepata elimu. I want to thank you, Farouk, and the organizers and the many sponsors who have stood with you to make sure that as many of our children as possible get an education and are prepared to face the world as better citizens of Kenya and better citizens of the world. Nataka vile vile niseme hivi kwa njia ya ufupi ya kwamba Kenya imepata sifa kubwa duniani kwa maneno ya riadha na maneno ya spoti. Na wapongeza sana wote ambao ni wanariadha ambao wamefanikisha nchi yetu ikapata heshima kubwa duniani. I want to thank all athletes wakiongozwa na mzee baba yetu Kip Keino ambaye amekaa hapa tangu asubuhi akiangalia wajukuu wake na vitukuu wakikimbia. We salute you, Daddy. Thank you for being a role model for many people in this country. And I want to support those who have said that sports is a unifier. When Kipchoge Keino ran in 1968, later 1972, he ran as a Kenyan from somewhere. But the entire country celebrated, appreciated, applauded, and were happy because of the work of Kipchoge Keino. Mimi nimesema hivi kwa wazazi wetu ambao labda hawasikia sehemu hiyo. Riadha inatufanya tuwe taifa moja. Matatizo tunayopata ya ukabila, kugawanyika katika ukabila ama kidini, riadha ni dawa ya kumaliza migawanyiko. Kwa sababu wakati mzee Kipchoge Keino na wenzake walikimbia katika Olympic miaka ya 60 na miaka ya 70, walikuwa wametoka sehemu fulani ya Kenya, lakini waliposhinda walishangiliwa, kushabikiwa na kupongezwa na watu wote wa taifa la Kenya, kutoka Pwani mpaka Busia, kutoka Namanga mpaka Moyale. Sports is an instrument to foster and hasten and speed up the unity of our country. Vile vile kuna wengine wengi nimeona hapa, wale wametajwa, kina David Rudisha, wengine hayuko hapa, kina Billy Conchela, kina Paul Tergat, Catherine Dereba na wengine wengi ambao nimeona pia Ezekiel Kemboi, na watu wengi wa riadha siwezi taja wote, wengine wamestaafu hivi majuzi, akiwemo Janet Chepsaita, Eldoret Express. Pia walifanya kazi kubwa sana na wanaendelea kushikilia wale ambao ni wanariadha wa sasa. I want to salute each one of you and wish you well as you move on into mentorship and preparing other athletes. Leo nimebahatika sana kufika hapa nikakaa pamoja na watu kama Kipchoge Keino, na watu kama Paul Tergat, na watu kama the fastest man, the only man to have run a marathon in under 2 hours, one and only Eliud Kipchoge. Leo nimebahatika kuketi meza moja na mahali pamoja and with our small sister there. Huyu msichana wetu huyu amefanya kazi kubwa sana ya kuletea heshima kubwa nchi yetu ya Kenya. Faith, asante sana our sister. And therefore we are talking about all generations of athletes. We are talking about all generations of sports people, and that is how you can be sure there will be continuity in our country as one generation hands over the baton to the next generation. Ile matatizo tu kidogo, naomba waziri na timu yetu pale sports mkisikirikiana na Athletics Kenya na wale wengine, kuna mbio tumekuwa tukishinda kwa miaka. Mkisikirikiana na Athletics Kenya na wale wengine, kuna mbio tumekuwa tukishinda kwa miaka mingi. 3,000 meters steeplechase for 30-40 years. We used to get number 1, 2, 3 without fail. Lakini hapa katikati sijui hiyo mbio imeenda wapi. We must claim back our dominance in 3,000 meters steeplechase. And I am sure the Minister, PS2, Athletics Kenya, and all stakeholders are doing a wonderful job. They will help us to restore our dominance in that field. Hata kama tumepata sifa kubwa ya kimataifa, kuna watu wanataka kutuharibia umaarufu wetu na uhodari wetu, na ni watu ambao wanatafuta madawa ya kusaidia baadhi ya vijana wetu ili kuwapatia mbio zaidi kuliko ile mbio ya kawaida. And I want to say the greatest enemy to Kenya's dominance in sports, and especially in athletics, is in the characters who are selling performance enhancing drugs, doping our athletes and assisting them to compromise on standards. The government will stand firm and will fight all those criminals who are spoiling our sports by introducing doping to our athletes. At the same time, because we are saying sports, for the time we are looking ahead, we are looking at the younger people. We are also saying that those who are selling drugs to our small children, whom we have seen here, are also enemies of Kenya. And they are enemies of the sports fraternity. And they are enemies of the hard work that our athletes and sports people are put in this discipline. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka niwahakikishie msimamo wa serikali ya kupigana wale wanauza. Tutapigana na hao, na nikisema hivyo nasema kwa niaba ya serikali ya Kenya. Fight them and we will succeed. I've just finished as the Interior Minister of Kenya. And just here in North Rift, there were characters who are just here in North Rift, there were characters who had dominated parts of this area and caused a lot of terror to the citizens of Kenya. There were some characters called bandits. Elgeyo Marakwet, West Pokot, Turkana, Baringo, Laikipia, Samburu. In the last 2 years, we have waged a war to dismantle those dangerous criminals because they were destroying the future of our country we have used and destroying the peace of our country. And those criminal is the energy we are going to use to dismantle criminals in the sports industry who are bringing doping and who are selling drugs to our youngsters. Imesema tutakabiliana na majambazi ambao wanauzia wanariadha madawa ambao ni kinyume na sheria, na vile vile wanaouzia watoto wetu shuleni bangi na madawa ya kulevya ili kuharibu maisha yao. Mwisho, nataka nichukue nafasi hii kusema ili tuwe na jamii ambayo imeshikamana, kabila zote, dini zote, vizazi vyote, because we need a country that is united. All ethnic communities in Kenya, all religious communities, and all generations, from our grandfathers to our fathers, to ourselves, to our children, and our I have mentioned the people who have brought glory to this country, much more glory than any politician would have ever done. And to the list, some of the names I mentioned, who are men, and our stars, who are women. That shows that what a man can do, a woman can do. And I'm told sometimes a woman can do it better. We must protect our women, our mothers, our spouses, our daughters, our granddaughters from violent men whose only claim to fame is to hurt women who are close to them by virtue of relationship and family connections. Kuna watu wanaume ambao ati umaarufu wao ni jinsi wanavyoweza kudhulumu ama kuumiza akina mama na wasichana. Hata nyinyi chuma chenu kiko motoni. There is no difference between characters who are killing our girls and our women. There is no difference between them and the Al-Shabaab terrorists and the bandits and the other criminals, the drug traffickers and other dangerous people who are hurting our people. Kwa hivyo mimi naona, kwa sababu tumekaa hapa sana, naomba niachie hapo. Nimefurahi kufika hapa. Hata sijui nilikuja hapa 6 saa hii, ni karibu jioni. Nasikia tu kuendelea kukaa, lakini kwa sababu mkutano umekwisha, wacha mturuhusu tuachie hapo. Na niko na salamu nilitumwa nikifika hapa nilete salamu za boss wetu, kiongozi wetu wa taifa, Rais William Samuel Ruto. Hii timu unaona hapa kutoka upande wa serikali, hata kama sisi ni marafiki wa Faruk, tumetumwa pia hapa na Mheshimiwa Rais ili tukuje to support community hapa ili watoto wetu wapate masomo. Umepokea salamu ya Rais? Umepokea salamu ya Rais? Kwa hivyo amesema nawapenda, ako kazini kule Mombasa na mara kwa mara atakuwa anapitia hapa. Ninyi mshikilie sehemu hii na msaidie, tumsaidie sisi zote ili aunganishe taifa letu, na mimi nikiwa msaidizi wake. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana His Excellency, kwa heshima naomba tu dakika moja tuite Deputy Governor for quick vote of thanks hapa mbele, dakika moja tu, alafu wimbo wa taifa, alafu tuondoke rasmi.
Your Excellency Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, mawaziri wetu, ili kulaunch mambo yetu ya cross-country, na tunapenda pia kushukuru Patron kwa ile vision ya kuleta hapa wafikishu na kufanya cross-country ambayo tunajua imetangulia hapa Kenya, na it is the only one ambayo tunaona it is meeting all the standards ya international athletes. Kwa niaba ya governor tunasema karibu tena, peleka salamu zetu kwa president, na pia sisi hapa wafikishu tunashukuru sana kwa ile collaboration tumefanya na national government kwa mambo ya affordable housing, kwa mambo ya industrial park na mambo mingi. Your Excellency Deputy President, pia sisi wafikishu tunang'ang'ana kuona kwamba we are improving sports infrastructure na tunaendelea kujenga 64 stadium pamoja na Kipchoge Keino, na tunaomba kwamba tuendelee kucollaborate tuone kwamba tumemaliza ili saidie wakaaji wetu. Ya mwisho tunashukuru athletes wote wale wameparticipate siku ya leo pamoja na wakaaji wetu kwa kufika hapa kwa wingi ili tuonyeshe dunia kwamba tuna support talent na tuna support sports. Asante sana na wacha Mungu awabariki.
Tukitoka hapa tunaenda kuhakikisha stima hapa ambayo itamulika sehemu hii kama 600 families around here. Na kuna maneno pia ya barabara ambayo tutazungumzia ili by the time we come for the third edition tuwe tumeunda barabara ya kufika huko. Inaitwa Magut Cheptoroni. Hiyo tutaiharakisha ili tuhakikishe hii sehemu imekuwa city kama vile petrol wa Chepsaita Marathon Faruki Bete Aidi. Asante sana.
Kwa heshima tunaomba tusimame wima sote kwa national anthem, first stanza of the Kenya national anthem and first stanza of East anthem.
Njema uonekana pesa ikiingia.